Philip, welcome to Dublin Horse Show. We've got a very interesting young horse class coming up here, a very important championship for our breeders. What are you looking for this evening in these 3-year-olds?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me here. I'm very excited what we will see. All the horses are pre-selected, so expectations are high. But we should never forget it's young horses. It's just 3-year-old, so you never know how they are, how they feel. So we will be fair to them and give them all of them a good chance. But yeah, as I said, expectations are high, and I think we'll see nice horses.
Yes, and we've got 10 Colts and geldings in the first section, and then 10 Fillies. A big thing at the moment with 3-year-olds is the canter. I'm sure that's going to be very important.
Canter is very important, but it's nearly as hard to judge as the temperament, especially in a small ring circle like this. And when the horses get a little bit tight and tense, then it's hard to see if they have a good canter or not. So we will do our best to see the moments where they show their natural ability in canter.
Because it is pretty daunting in this atmosphere for 3-year-olds. A lot going on outside the ring.
Yes, and further on, you asked in the big sport, you asked for long canter, for big stride, which obviously they can shorten, but that's older horses. So it's a big question for a 3-year-old horse with a long stride to shorten it and to adjust it to such a small circle here.
Okay, well done, and the best of luck. So please show your appreciation for our visiting judge from Germany, Philipp Bumgard. So first to join us from your catalogue at 671, this is Anthony Gill's Fly Paddy. This one owned and bred by Anthony Gill. And this one is a colt by Cant Damadine. The dam of this one by Contargus, and they qualified at Turbo Bride Equestrian. So the first of our finalists here in the 3-year-old loose performance, the prize funded by the Department of Agriculture, Food and Marine, and delivered by HSI. So that was our first finalist, and that one in Fantasy Stadium. This is Anthony Gill's Fly Paddy, in fact, also bred by Anthony, by the Hanoverian sire Chiquili PS. The dam of this one by the Oldenburg sire Contagus. And of course, they'll be marked out of a total score of 110 points, taking everything into account: conformation, movement, their athleticism, their scope over the fence. Well, next to join us is number 2, 666 in your catalogue. This is Norman Allen's Knockrat San Pedro. It's a gelding by the Holstein sire Alicante. The dam of this one by the Belgian sire Porsche. In fact, it's owned and bred by Norman Allen.
On Brennan, please. Your next go. On Brennan, up to the start.
Now, of course, the back pole on the spread fence here. This is to test their scope over the fence. Well, we've got the first score posted on our board. here at the far end of the ring. So the first one, that was Anthony Gill's fly paddy on a score of 80. So let's give them a big round of applause as they make their way out. Well done. That was Norman Allen's knocker at San Pedro. That one, the gelding by Alicante. Next up, it's Daisy Duggan who joins us with U2 Picasso. This one, a gelding by the Holstein Circus Garo. The dam by the Dutch sire Varant. Bred by Ann Dixon. So this is the third of our finalists to get underway here. And this is U2 Picasso, owned by Daisy Duggan, bred by Ann Dixon. It's a gelding by, as we said, Cascarar, the dam by Varant, which was a Dutch-bred stallion. Well, as you can see by the leaderboard, we've got a score in for Norman Allen's Knockrat San Pedro. So they've go to the top of the leaderboard on a score of 84. And as we said, marked out of 110 points here this evening. Well, let's give them a big round of applause. That was Daisy Duggan's U2 Picasso, the gelding by Cascaro. Well, I'd like to join us. We have 670 in your catalogue. This is Andrea Etters, Mr. Dreamtime B. This a gelding by Mr. Quincy B. The dam of this one by the Dutch Sire Radelen. Bred at Andrea Etters' Belmont House Stud. So this is Andrea Etters' Mr. Dreamtime B, the gelding by Mr. Quincy B. Well, finish off with a nice jump over the oxer there. That was Andrew Edders, Mr. Dreamtime B. That's the gelding by Mr. Quincy B, which is an Irish sport horse stallion. So once again, let's show your appreciation for Andrea Edders, Mr. Dreamtime B. Now we've got a score on the board here for Daisy Duggan's U2 Picasso, a score of 82.5, so that goes into second at the moment. But Norman Allen's gelding leads it at the moment on a score of 84. Well, we'll go now to number 675 in your catalogue, the fifth of our finalists here this evening. This is John Joe O'Connor's Uachtarard Royal Widow. This one a gelding by Widow. The name of this one by the Irish Sport Horse Royal Concord. Bred by Gerard Lynch. Well, you obviously led that one. Well done. So that was John Joe O'Connor's Uachtarad Royal Widow, led up by Thomas Quigley. Thomas, of course, who presented the winner yesterday evening of the 3-year-old potential eventer. He had the he produced the winner yesterday evening. Well, we've got a new leader. It's Andrea Etters, Mr. Dreamtime B, that leads it now on a score of 85. So a score of 85 for Andrea Etters, Mr. Dreamtime B. Well, the next to join us in our gelding and Colts division of our 3-year-old loose performance final. This is Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence and Clover. In fact, it's owned and bred by Deirdre Connolly. It's a gelding by Castlefield Kingston. And the dam of this one by Lux Assad.
Jack Ryan, please. Jack Ryan. Rockefeller Spears, your next line, please. Jack Kent, 1 before you, 2, Stephen Miller 3, McFly 4, Shane Dalton 5, Jason Foley 6 before you, and that's 4. Okay, yeah, okay. Thanks for that.
Well, the next score we've got for you here is John Joe O'Connor's Uachtarad Royal Widow. That finished up on the score of 77.5.
Jack Kent, your next line, please.
Yes, give them a big round of applause. That's Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence and Clover, led up here this evening by Terence Leonard. Well, next to join us, it's Jackie Lee. This is J.O.'s Boy. It's a gelding by Carrera VDL, a Dutch-bred sire. The dam of this one by Courage, which was a Holstein sire, owned and bred by Jackie.
Jack 10. Jack 10.
So this is Jackie Lee's J.O.'s Boy, about to get underway. As we said, the gelding by the Dutch sire Carrera VDL. Well, that deserves a round of applause. Well, we've got a new leader on a score of 90. It's Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence in Clover. So there are no leaders in our three-year-old gelding coach section here this evening. That one was led up by Terence Leonard. So give him a big round of applause. Jackie Lee from the Connacht region. He's actually won this final on 2 occasions in 2015 and 2016. So well done. So this is a Gerard box, unnamed gelding. It's by my Lord Carthago, the dam of this one, by the very popular side at the moment, Cornet Oblinsky, owned and bred by Gerard Burke. So this is number 667 in your catalogue, but leading it at the moment, Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence and Clover on a score of 90 points. I think he knows Brendan. Have you got polo mints in your pocket? So that was Jared Burke's unnamed gelding. In fact, it's owned and bred by Jared. It's by my Lord Cartago. And Brendan, you were just saying about the dam on that side?
Yeah, some very good ones on the dam side, jumping up to 150, 155. That's one really nice sort by my Lord Cartago. A horse that's getting a lot of jumpers and bred by a very shrewd man in the game in Jared Burke. So the leaderboard. We've a new one into second place, but if we go through the leaderboard, we see the leader at the moment is number 668. Tuppence and Clover on a score of 90. In second is 673. Jackie Lee's J.O. Boy on a score of 86.50. And in third place, number 670, Andrea Edders, Mr. Dreamtime B. That one on a score of 85. So they're the top three. The top three will come in for presentation as we're down to our final ones in this section. Final two.
Yes, just two left to go. With us in the ring at 672. This is William Green's Eden Trillic Top Gun. This one a gelding by the Zangaside Sir Turkhan Hero Azad. The dam of this one by the Belgian-bred Sir Thunder Van de Zutov. Number 672, the second last to go in the Colts and geldings division. And as Brendan said, then we will have the presentation to the top three, and then we will have part two of the three-year-old loose performance final, and that'll be the Fillies up next.
So the sire of this one, Duncaran Hero Z, is jumping in the internationals this week. Christian Allman for Germany stands at the Zangerside stud. Been well supported by Irish breeders over the past number of seasons.
Well, finishing off on a very good note there over the final Oxer. That's William Green's Eden Trillick Top Gun. We've got a change in the leaderboard, Brandon.
Still the leader there at the moment, but in second place was number 667. Jared Burks. That one by my Lord Carthago, which we saw with JJ in the ring, and that has gone on in a score of 87.0. So that's in second place at the moment. Just one left to go in this section, then we will be going straight away with the prize giving. The top 3 handlers be on standby. I beg your pardon, we're calling in the top 6 for prize giving. Top 6 will be coming in for prize giving, but they're to be on the ready. As we go to our final one, and this is John McDonald's, number 674, Jamo GJ. It's a stallion by Giamo VDS, Dutch Warm Blood. On the side of the dam is Baltic VDL. Owned and bred by John McDonald. This is the final one in this section.
Well, just look at the leaderboard. We, in fact, have a new leader. William Green's Eden Trillick Top Gun has gone to the top of the leaderboard on a score of 91 with just one left to go. So this is our final one. Just been judged here on confirmation of movement. John McDonald's JMO GJ. It's a stallion by the Dutch bred Giamo VDS. Giamo, of course, by Tangelo. The dam by the Dutch bred sire Baltic VDL. And it's owned and bred by John McDonald. Final one here in our Colts and Geldings division. Top 6 coming back for presentation. The prize fund supported by Horseport Ireland and the Department of Agriculture, Food and Marine. Well, finishing off with a big jump over the final oxer there. That's John McDonald's JMO GJ, the stallion, by Giamo VDS. So that's our final one in the Colts and geldings section. So our top 6 will join us for a presentation. So we're just waiting on the score for the final one. And then we will be able to give you the top 6 that will join us for the presentation. The prize fund supported by Horseport Ireland and the Department of Agriculture, Food and Marine. Now, don't forget, we have 10 more coming in our final here this evening. That's the Fillies, so 10 more joining us for the second part of our final. So Brandon's just going to check the leaderboard for us before we have the score for the final one. What's the score at the moment? William Green leads it on a score of 91. That's Eden Trillick, Top Gun. In second place, Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence in Clover on a score of 90. Third, Gerard Burke's unnamed gelding on a score of 87. In fourth at the moment, Jackie Lee's J.O.'s Boy on a score of 80.5. 86.5. In fifth, Andrea Etter's Mr. Dreamtime B on a score of 85. And in sixth, Norman Allen's Knockrat San Pedro on a score of 84. So they're the top 6 at the moment, but we have one more score that was for the final competitor.
So the score has come in for John McDonald, and he scores 85, and that takes 5th place. But the winner of the 3-year-old loose performance, kindly sponsored by Horseport Ireland, is lot number 672. That's William Green's Eden Trillick Top Gun on a score of 91. In second place, Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence in Clover, a score of 90. In third place, Gerard Burke's My Lord Carthago on 87. Jackie Lee's J.O.'s Boy is in fourth on a score of 86.5. John McDonald, the final one we saw there, in 5th place on 85. And in 6th place, Andrea Etter with Mr. Dreamtime B. Presentation coming straight up. Dr. Sonia Egan from Horseport Ireland is on hand to make the presentation. And then we will be going with the Fillies, 10 Fillies. It'll be coming straight up. And with our judge, tell us what your feeling on the standard of jumping was this evening.
Yes, I think we saw a very nice class. We saw this 10 young 3-year-old horses, which presented themselves very nice, but you could see that they are young and babies, and sometimes they were a little bit surprised more about the atmosphere than about the jumps, and they react Also, the owners were surprised, I guess, how the horses presented themselves. But in general, I think we saw really nice, natural jumping horses with top horses in the lead.
The 3-year-old class is popular here. Is it popular back at home with you?
Yes, it's very popular as well in Germany.
Well done. You have the Fillies coming up. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome into the arena the winner of the 3-year-old loose performance, kindly sponsored by Horse Sport Ireland, William Greens, Eden Trillick, Top Gun. That one by Durkan Heroes Ed, who's jumping at the show this week for Christian Allman for Germany, stands at the Zangerside stud. So going forward now to make the presentation to our winner, William Greens, Eden Trillick, Top Gun. Well done, congratulations. Of course, nice Horseware Ireland rug presented to the winner. Horseware Ireland, the official rug supplier here at the Dublin Horse Show. And they're celebrating 40 years in business, a company that was set up in Dundalk in County Louth, and now a world leader in the manufacture of rugs around the world.
So now the winner is going to be presented with the Michael Osborne Trophy. A beautiful trophy that is too. Well, our winner, Eden Trillick, Top Gun, by the German sire, Durkan Heroes Ed. The dam by Thunder van der Zuthoff. So next up in second place, it's Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence and Clover, led up by Terence Leonard. This one, the gelding by Castlefield Kingston. It's owned and bred by Deirdre Connolly, the dam by Luxus Ed.
Castlefield Kingston stands with Ger O'Neill at the Castlefield stud. A horse by Kinsey. And in third place, it'll be Jared Burks, My Lord Carthago. So we're just putting the sash on the second place. No. And that's third. So well done to Deirdre Connolly's Tuppence and Clover. In third place, Jared Burks, My Lord Carthago, owned and bred by him. Jared Burke, huge in the thoroughbred sector. Loves to keep a nice sport horse. Oh. As we go to fourth place.
Well, next up in fourth, he's had horses here almost every year in the final here. It's a Jackie Lee. He won it in 2015 and 2016, second in 2014, and he's in fourth place in our final here this evening. Jackie Lee with J.O.'s Boy. That one by Carrera VDL, the dam by Courage. Owned and bred by Jackie as well, and he led him up here this evening.
Carrera VDL, he stands at Drumhowen stud. And he had won in the final of the 3-year-old loose performance class last night for eventing. As we go to fifth place, is number 674, John McDonald's, Jamo GJ. So well done to him.
Yeah, that one is the stallion, the black stallion by Giamo VDL, which is Dutch bred, the dam by Baltic VDL, owned and bred by John McDonald.
And sixth place, going to the ever-consistent Andrea Edders, Mr. Dreamtime B. That one by Mr. Quincy B. Bred by the Belmont House Stud, which Andrea owns. And she's one of the biggest supporters of the 3-year-old loose performance classes. So well done to her. Once again, a big thanks to Dr. Sonia Egan and all at Horsesport Ireland for the continued support. And I think we're ready for our victory lap of honour. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for the Horsesport Ireland 3-year-old loose performance champion, William Green's Eden Trillick Top Gun Trot Off. Well done, Jackie Lee. You're a great man to support this 3-year-old class. Every year you're back with a good one. Give him a big round of applause as well. Well done, Jackie. And the fan club is out as well for you, which is even better. Okay, we're ready to go with the 3-year-old fillies. I'll have you ready for that. More top jumping coming up. So 10 fillies coming up, Kieran.
Yeah, that's correct. 10 fillies which have qualified from our region qualifiers from right around the country. And again, a very decent prize fund for this 3-year-old filly section. Funded by the Department of Agriculture, Food and Marine and delivered by Horsesport Ireland. Well, the first of the fillies with us now, this is Norman Hammond's Orange Floor. This one by HHS Flonix. The dam by the very popular sire that competed internationally for Ireland, Louis Dam. Owned and bred by Norman Hammond.
HHS Flonix, jumping in the 7-year-olds this year under Mikey Pender. Bred by Brenda McSorley. Lot number 683.
Oh, well done. We're off to a good start here in the Fillies. That was a very nice display there from Norman Hammond's R&H floor.
Yeah, the Fillies off to a good start. That's a real big athletic sort. And one that will jump a big fence. As we go to our next one, this will be number 679, Alison Corballis. Rosal Always. This is a chestnut mare that'll be joining us. She's a Majeslein Louis dam. And the dam is by Royal Concord, owned and bred by Alison Corballis, who is of the Irish horseboard fame. Majeslein Louis dam by Louis dam, top young horse on the circuit, ridden and produced by Mikey Pender. This one qualified at the Tubber Bride Equestrian Centre.
Well, this is the second of the Fillies about to get underway now. This is Alison Corballis, Rosal Always, all Irish breed in this one. It's by the Irish Sport Horse sire Majeslein Louis dam, and the dam also by an Irish Sport Horse sire Royal Concord.
So that was Alison Corbelly's Rosal Always, Chestnut Mare by Magdalene's Louis Dam. And the score is in for our first one, Norman Hammond's RNH Fleur, and a score of 84. 84. So that sets the standard. In this Horseboard Ireland 3-year-old filly section. As we go to our next one.
Yes, this is a 682 in your catalogue. It's a Gerard Flynn's unnamed filly. She's by Vivant van de Hefnek, which of course now deceased, stood with the Kendi family. The dam of this one also by a very well-known sire, Ars Vivendi. It's owned and bred by Gerard Flynn. This is 682, and as Brendan said, our first score's in. So it's a Norman Hammond's RNH Floor on a score of 84. Well, this is Gerard Flynn's unnamed filly about to get underway. So we've got our next score for you for 679, a score of 73 for Alison Corbelly's Rosal Always. Oh, well done. That was the final effort there from Gerard Flynn's Oddneb filly. She's by Vivan van de Hefnick and the dam by Ars Vivendi. Owned and bred by Gerard Flynn. That was a 6-8-2.
So the leaderboard at the moment in this is our Pathfinder Norman Hammonds, RNH Fleur 84. Alison Corballis is in second on 73. And we just saw Gerard Flynn's jump there. Crowd like that one. It's won by Vivant, as Kieran mentioned. And we're just waiting on the score to come in for that one. As we go with our next one, it'll be Andrea Etters, First Class B. It's won by Lavello, the resident sire that stands at the Belmont House stud. The sire that I'm Aganex de Signor. Owned by Andrea and Seamus Sherlock and bred by Seamus and the Belmont House stud. Lavello, well, he had the winner of the 3-year-old loose performance in eventing last night. And Lavello has been hugely well supported by Irish breeders. Competed for Ireland with Cameron Hanley before returning back to Standard Stud here, and also a part of the Holsteiner Verband Select Stallions. And new leader, Gerard Flynn's Vivant on a score of 87. So well done. That's the leader at the moment. Still a way to go.
Yes, we're at number 4 of our 10 finalists here in the Mayor's Division. Oh, well done. A very nice display there from Andrea Etters, First Class B. That one, the Filly by Lavello. But leading at the moment on the score of 87 is Jared Flynn's filly, the unnamed filly by Vivan van de Hefnik. Second on 84, Norman Hammond's Orden Hitch Floor. And in third, Anderson Corbelly's Roses Always on 73. Well, next up, it's Jimmy Dermody now, Johnson with the Starlight CK. This one by the Dutch bred sire J Star. The dam of this one by Numero Uno, bred by Dermot Gormley, owned by Jimmy Seamus and Sheila Dermody. Well, in fact, we've got a new leader. It's Andrew Etters, first class B, who goes into pole position now on a score of 89. So that's the new leader, Andrew Etters, first class B, 681 in your catalogue, on a score of 89. Well, what about that? Brendan, you know, got a little bit distracted in a few jumps, and what a way to finish off there.
Yeah, very nice. That one certainly made the right shape, and I think the judge liked that one. So we'll be interested to see what score is going to come for that one in just a moment. That is Jimmy Dermody, 680 Starlight CK, mare by the Dutch warm blood stallion J Star, and out of the Numero Uno dam. Approaching the halfway stage.
Yes, we go to number 6 of our 10 finalists. This is a 676 Donica Anholt's Dolman decision time. This one a mare by Quality Time, the Holstein Australia. The dam by the Zangerside registered sire Cavaldo. Bred by Jack Murphy.
When handlers bring their horse into the arena, they just can present their horse beside the judge and then they can let them off.
This one qualified at Tubber Bride Equestrian. As we said, bred by Jack Murphy in County Wexford.
So Donica Anholt, good to see him with one here. He's a solicitor by trade. Has a big firm back in Sligo and here in Dublin.
Well, we have a score in for you for Jimmy Dermody's Starlight CK, a score of 79 points. 79 points. That was 680. Oh, well done. That was a very nice display there. That was Donica Anhol's Dolman decision time by quality time.
So the leaderboard at the moment. Andrea Edder's first class is in the lead on 89. Jared Flynn is in second on 87. And Norman Hammond's Pathfinder is in third place on 84. Just waiting on the score to come in for Donica Anhol's Dolman's decision time. So a new leader. Number 676, Donica Anhol's Dolman decision time on a score of 90.5. That's our new leader at the moment. Andrea Eder in second on 89, and Jared Flynn's in third on 87. Norman Hammond in fourth, Jimmy Dermody in fifth, and Alison Corbelly in sixth.
So on we go now to our seventh finalist here. This is Pam Watcher's Casal Q, number 685, mare by Casal Lacia. The dam of this one by OBOS Quality, owned and bred by Pam Watch. Oh, well done. Let's give her a round of applause. That was Pam Watcher's Casal Q. Qualified at Mullingar Equestrian by the Holstein Sar Casal Lacia and the dam by OBOS Quality. One of the most influential stallions we've ever had here in Ireland. Well, next to join us now, it's Caroline Hova with her own Indies CISO. This one by Contico, which stands with the Kennedys. The dame of this one by Tinorana Inspector. Number 684.
So the score is in for Pam Walsh's Casal Q. Score of 88.5, so that's good enough for third place. Donica Arnhold still leads. Andrea Eder in second, Pam Walsh in third, Jared Flynn in fourth, Norman Hammond in fifth, and in sixth place, Jimmy Dermody. They're the top six. Top six will parade.
90.5. So that was Caroline Hoover. Give her a big round of applause. And Indeed so. That one by the Candy Stallion Contico. Well, we're down to the second last one here in the Mayor's Division of our 3-year-old youth performance, sponsored by Horseport Ireland. Thomas Quigley back with another one here this evening. This is John Birchall's Creevy Queen, My Lady. She's by My Lord Carthago, the dam by Cavalier Royale. Bred by Seamus and Elaine Riley. Number 677, John Birchall's Creevy Queen, My Lady. So, in fact, we have a score for Caroline Hoover, a score of 86.5. That goes into 5th place.
So the standings at the moment, Donica Anhold is the leader on 90.5. Andrea Eder is in second on 89. Pam Walsh in third on 88.5. Jared Flynn in fourth on 87. Caroline Hoover is in fifth on 86.5. And then in sixth place, Norman Hammond on 84. They're the top six. Top six is required for presentation.
Yes, and we've got the second one about to get underway up. So well done, a very nice display here. And that was John Birchall's Creevy Queen, My Lady. By My Lord Carthago, the dam by Cavalier Royale, bred by Seamus and Elaine Riley. Led up this evening by Thomas Quigley. Give him a big round of applause. Just one left to go. Well, our final competitor here in the 3-year-old mares. Loose Performance, sponsored by Horseport Ireland. It's Deirdre Connolly's Queen of Hearts. The second of Deirdre Connolly's in the final. She had one in the geldings as well. Again, this one led up by Terence Leonard. She's by Lucky Luck. And the dam of this one is by Cavalier 2 for Joy. Our last to go, 6, 7, 8, Deirdre Connolly's Queen of Hearts. So our score for John Birchall's Creevy Queen Milady, score of 81.5, goes into 7th at the moment, with just one left to go. Well, that was our final competitor in the Fillies division here of our 3-year-old Loose Performance final, sponsored by Horseport Ireland. That was Deirdre Connolly's Queen of Hearts. So, in fact, we have our result for the final one. Deirdre Connolly's Queen of Hearts, a score of 78.5. So, our top 6 coming in for presentation. In 6th place, Norman Hammonds, Orland H. Floor, on a score of 84. In 5th place, Caroline Hovas, Indies Sue, on a score of 86.5. In 4th, Gerald Flynn with the unnamed filly on a score of 87. In 3rd place, Pam Walsh's Casal Q on a score of 88.5. In 2nd place, so in 2nd place on the score of 89, Andrew Edder's First Class B. So that means our 3-year-old loose performance of filly champion for 2025. It is Donegal Anhol's Dolman Decision Time on a score of 90.5. Well, joining us for the presentation, we have Dr. Sonia Egan on behalf of Horseport Ireland, and also our judge here from Germany, Philip Baumgart. So we're ready for our presentation, and it's a really nice win here this evening for Donegal Anhalt and Dolman Decision Time. The filly by Casal Lasila. Sorry, in fact, she's by Quality Time. The dam by Cavallo is bred by Jack Murphy in County Wexford. Jack is here with us, and Jack very much involved in the show here at Dublin. Well, the grand dam of this of the winner came from Harold McGahern. Then we go to second in the lineup. So on we go to, in second place, Andrea Etters, first class B. Then we go to third in the lineup. It's Pam Walsh with her own Castle Q. This one owned and bred by Pam Walsh. In fourth place, it's Jared Flynn's unnamed filly by Vivian van der Hefnick. In fact, it's owned and bred by Jared Flynn. The dam by Iris Vivendi. Then we go to fifth in the lineup, Carla and Hova with her own Indy CISO. This one owned and bred by Carla. She's by Contico, which another stallion that stands with the Kendi family. And in sixth place, it's Norman Hammond's Orlin Hedge Floor, the filly by HHS Flonix. And the mare, the dam of that one by Louida. Again, owned and bred by Norman Hammond. So our thanks once again to our visiting judge from Germany. Please give it up for Philip Baumgart. Thank you, Philip. So now it's a lap of honour time as we ask Donncha Anhalt to lead it off with our 3-year-old filly champion from Dublin Horse Show 2025. Sponsored by Horseport Ireland. Our thanks to Dr. Sonia Egan. Please give it up once more for Donncha Anhalt and Dolman Decision Time. Followed by Andrietta's First Class B. Pam Walsh's Casal Q. Jared Flynn's unnamed filly. Colin Hova with her own Indy Sue. And Norman Hammond and Orlin Hedge Floor.